Okay, young man, listen to my instructions and do not make a mistake. You are to keep your legs crossed. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You are to put both of your hands palm down, straight out in front of you. Push yourself up to a kneeling position. I said, keep your legs crossed!
I'm sorry.
I didn't say this in conversation. Put your hair! Hands up in the air! You do that again, we're shooting you. Do you understand?
Please do not shoot me.
Then listen to my instructions.
I'm trying to just do what you
Don't talk! Listen! Hands straight up in the air. Do not put your hands down for any reason. You think you're going to fall, you better fall on your face. Your hands go back in the small of your back or down. We are going to shoot you. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Crawl towards me. Crawl towards me!
Watch, just moments before the shooting, you can see 47-year-old Charles Kinsey, his hands raised in the air. The video released overnight by his lawyer. Kinsey in the yellow shirt works at an assisted living facility, and the man at his feet is a 23-year-old with autism who ran away from the group home. Listen as Kinsey talks to police. Kinsey even tries to calm the young man with autism. At some point, one of the officers shoots Kinsey, but he survives and speaks with Fox station WSVN from his hospital bed, recounting what he told that officer.
And I'm telling him again, sir, it's no need for a firearm. I'm unarmed. He's an autistic guy. He had a toy truck in his hand. When he hit me, I'm like, I still got my hands in the air. I said, no, I just got shot. And I'm standing there, I'm like, sir, why did you shoot me? And his words to me, he said,
hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Officer Kinsey, U.S.A. Police. You have a license on you?
Yeah, what happened? When did it happen?
Okay. Is this your car?
Yeah.
It's going back to a female, actually.
Yeah, my wife, her name is Sean DeVries.
Okay. We don't have a front license plate on your car.
Oh, I can come out glove box. I have it.
What's that?
It's right here. I just...
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's got to go where the front plate's supposed to go.
Well, I didn't know.
You don't have to reach for it. It's okay. You have a license on you?
Yeah.
What's that bottle on the floor there?
Oh, it's a bottle.
Bottle what?
You can smell it. It's smell it.
Okay. Do you have a license on you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where that license at? Is that or what?
Yeah, I got my titles and stuff on that.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you again. Do you have your license on you?
I have license. You can run my name.
So do you not have your license on you? I'm asking you a direct question. Do you have your license on you?
I thought I did. I understand. Why did you pull me over for?
Again, the front tag.
But it's not illegal to have a front flag.
Okay. Actually, it is. I'm going to ask you again. Do you have a license on you?
I have a license. You can run my name.
Okay. Is that not on you then?
I don't think I have it on me.
Be straight up with me. Are you suspended?
No, I'm not suspended.
Why don't you have your license on you?
I just don't. I'm sorry, sir. I'm just going to go in the house.
Okay. Where do you stay at? Down here?
Right around the corner.
Okay. Well, until I can figure out if you have a license or not, go ahead and take your seatbelt off for me.
I ain't even do nothing. What are you?
Go ahead and take your seatbelt off. Stop! Stop!
Video appears to show the moment when a police officer fatally shot a South Carolina driver whom he had pulled over this weekend. The victim's family attorney, who gave that video to ABC News, believes it could prove the officer used excessive force. North Charleston officer Michael Slager shot Walter Scott, a 50-year-old man who died shortly after the incident. The police incident report states that Slager called in a traffic stop in the area and then advised officers that he was in foot pursuit of the driver of the vehicle. During his next call on the police radio, according to the police report, Slager said, "Shots fired and the subject is down."
Every week we think that we've seen the most shocking, least justifiable video of police brutality possible. And then we get another week and we get another video. And so I want you to take a look at this. It's obviously extremely graphic. What you're going to see in this recently released cell phone video is 2 San Antonio area police officers gunning down Gilbert Flores as he stands with his hands in the air.
Bro, they just shot that bro.
They had to shoot. They had to kill this man. Now, the police department's Facebook and other social media immediately leaped to the defense of the department, outraged by the fact that the media was daring to spread this footage, daring to let people see what their officers have actually been getting up to. They posted this on their Facebook page. "These deputies have not been charged with a crime and a family lost their loved one. This is unethical and sad. If you agree, let the local media know this sort of sensational behavior doesn't fly in Bexar County." Now, I spent a number of years living in Texas. I didn't live in Bexar County in particular, but I have to imagine that, like most counties across this country, what actually should not fly is shooting unarmed people who have their hands pointed into the fucking air, not journalists actually for once doing their job in this country and showing people what their elected and executive officials are actually doing, in this case the police, showing what they have actually done, letting them not hear through the filtered words of a sheriff or a police department's Facebook page what happened, but seeing with their own eyes what actually happened. But for some reason, from the police department's point of view, the real shock, the real outrage, the real shame here is that people get to see and that they don't get to strictly control the message like they do in most cases. So here's their attempt to actually do this. You're going to hear here the words of a sheriff who says, "Certainly what's in the video is cause for concern," which I think is putting it somewhat mildly, "but it's important to let the investigation go through its course so that we can ensure a thorough and complete review of all that occurred, of the evidence and the actions of the officers." Sheriff Susan Pomerleau goes on to say, "They also tried to use non-lethal weapons to try and detain him. And after a lengthy confrontation, both deputies fired shots, causing the man's death." It is entirely possible that earlier, before the footage that we see, they did indeed try to use tasers or shields. She made references to shields at some point. If they try to do that, then that's fine. That doesn't mean that later on, if the man is standing facing them, not moving, with his hands in the air, well, shit, they've been inconvenienced for 5 or 10 minutes. It's perfectly justifiable to gun the man down now. We were talking about this story earlier in the production meeting. If you send in a hostage negotiator, you don't give him 5 minutes and then, well, shit, we got to leave eventually. Let's bomb the building. You use the non-lethal fucking weapons as long as you need to. It doesn't matter if it takes 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You don't gun down a person, especially when backup is mere seconds from arriving.
Mike, I'm going to hit the recorder. This guy's still walking and following commands.
Not for taser, I think.
I've got a feeling that's about to happen.
That looks like a bad dude, too, to be honest with you.
Which way are they facing? Police 1, they're facing westbound. I think he may have just been tasered.
Shots fired!
Ooh.
321, 1, we have shots fired. We have one suspect down. We need MC here.
They need to get this eastbound closed down if they could, because they're not going to be able to let anybody.
Okay. Police 1, we're going to need to get eastbound 36th Street North. Actually, we're just going to need 36th Street North shut down at Lewis, and then probably back off about 3 or 4 blocks to the west of there.